Good evening. Welcome to the 32nd Annual Midwest Book Awards, presented by MIPA, the Midwest Independent Publishers Association. Before we start the program, let's take a quick look at this year's submissions. And now, your hosts for the evening. Jennifer Baum, Executive Director of MIPA and founder and publisher of Scribe Publishing Company in Pontiac, Michigan. Nate Runquist, President of MIPA and Managing Editor of New Rivers Press in Moorhead, Minnesota. And me, Paul Nylander, Vice President of MIPA and Book Design Magician at Illustrada Design in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Nate, if you're ready, let's get started.
Thank you, Paul. Every year when we gather to celebrate the Midwest Book Awards, we like to update our membership on what MIPA has been up to and what we have planned for the coming year. We're proud to say that the Midwest Independent Publishers Association is growing all over the Midwest. In the next program year, you can look forward to some new virtual programming offerings, including small group sessions designed to answer your technical publishing questions, a new podcast featuring the best literature coming out of the Midwest, and of course, our regular monthly member meetings, held the second Tuesday evening every month from September to May. We're also planning a special session on taxes and accounting for authors and publishers on October 20th. You can register for that session at mipa.org. Before we begin our program, this year we pause to honor the loss of Dorothy Molstad, a past president of MIPA and pillar of the Twin Cities literary community, known for her warmth and kindness. Let's take a look at what another past MIPA president, Sybil Smith, had to say about working with Dorothy.
I've known her for, I bet at least 30 years through the Minnesota Publishers Roundtable in MIPA. When she was president of MIPA, she always started the meeting with a joke. Most of the time they were funny. We had a lot of laughter together. The one thing that I really value is that, you know, sometimes in the publishing business, when you work alone, you feel like you're in a vacuum. And so I would run things past her, and she didn't have the answers, but I could walk down that creative path with her. And it was a tool that I used every once in a while, and the answers surfaced. And I've been always grateful for that. And so I'll miss her a lot, including her chili.
Thank you, Sybil. Dorothy will be missed. I want to recognize and thank MIPA's Board of Directors, a group of volunteers comprised of industry professionals in our region. Suzanne Kelly, immediate past president, North Dakota State University Press. Paul Nylander, vice president, Illustrada Design. Ron Peterson, secretary, PTB Books. Joshua Weber, treasurer, Calumet Editions. Stephanie Williams, board member at large, Wayne State University Press. Ann Obbitz, Board Member at Large, Kirk House Publishers and Fusion Press. Elizabeth Scarpelli, Board Member at Large, University of Cincinnati Press. To my board colleagues, thank you for supporting MIPA. Our regular programming will resume in September, and in the meantime, make sure your member profile is current at mipa.org. We look forward to connecting virtually anytime, and also in person again this fall at the Twin Cities Book Festival. You can sign up to exhibit your books at MIPA's table at mipa.org. Jennifer, let's get the program started.
Thanks, Nate. Let's get started with our nonfiction categories. In the nonfiction anthologies category, the finalists are Concussion Discussions, A Functional Approach to Recovery After Brain Injury by Amy Zellmer and Dr. Shane Steadman, published by Faces of TBI. Death Never Dies, Mourning 2020 Through the Lives and Deaths of Public Figures, edited by Lee Fearnside, published by Chimera Projects. And Mortality with Friends by Fleda Brown and published by Wayne State University Press. And the gold winner in the nonfiction anthologies category is Concussion Discussions, A Functional Approach to Recovery After Brain Injury by Amy Zellmer and Dr. Shane Steadman, published by Faces of TBI. Congratulations, Amy and Shane. We have a few remarks from one of our silver winners, anthology editor Lee Fearnside. Lee?
Thank you so much for this award. I want to thank Hillary and Andrew for being beta readers and copy editors, my wife and son for their support and understanding, and of course, all of the writers and poets who contributed to this anthology and made it come to life. Thank you.
Our next category is Arts, Photography, and Coffee Table Books. The finalists are A Song for Liv by Wayne Gudmundson, published by North Dakota State University Press. Kura, Prophetic Messenger by Richard Bresnahan, published by Kura Book Publishing. And Todd Reed, 50 Years Seeing Michigan Through a Lens, published by Todd and Brad Reed Photography. And the winner of the Arts, Photography, and Coffee Table Books is Kura, Prophetic Messenger by Richard Bresnahan, published by Kura Book Publishing. Congratulations! We have a few remarks from one of our silver winners, Wayne Gudmundson. Wayne?
This is a good evening. I'm honored to be in the company of such talented writers. In one way or another, my book, A Song for Leave, has been brewing for some 65 years. Earlier today, I had an idea for another book. So that means when I turn 138, I should be back here for another Upper Midwest Book Award. I look forward to that. Saying thank you doesn't quite cover it, but were it not for Suzanne Kelly at the NDSU Press, this book would not have happened. So Suzanne, thank you.
Congratulations, Wayne and North Dakota State University Press. In the category of Autobiography and Memoir, the finalists are Above the Din, Diary of the Hep C Wonder Drugs by Labar Lasky, published by Henschel House Publishing. Difficult Gifts, A Physician's Journey to Heal Body and Mind by Courtney Burnett, published by Wise Inc. Creative Publishing. And Go West, Young Man, A Father and Son Rediscover America on the Oregon Trail by B.J. Hollers, published by Bison Books. And the winner of the Autobiography and Memoir category is Difficult Gifts, A Physician's Journey to Heal Body and Mind by Courtney Burnett, published by Wise Inc. Creative Publishing. Congratulations, Courtney. We have a few remarks from one of our silver winners, B.J. Hollers, with a special appearance by his illustrator. B.J.?
Hello, everyone. My name is B.J. Hollers, the writer.
And I am Henry Hollers, the illustrator.
Of our book, Go West, Young Man, A Father and Son Rediscover America on the Oregon Trail. We want to say thank you so much for this incredible recognition. It was such an honor to share our words
and our illustrations
with you. Thank you again. Have a good night.
Congratulations to both of you. In the category of biography, the finalists are The Birdman of Koshkonong, The Life of Naturalist Thor Kumlein by Martha Berglund, published by the Wisconsin Historical Society Press. Grounds for Freedom, Saving Chernobyl by R.J. King, published by Written in Detroit, Pierce Bradley. And A Peacemaker for Warring Nations, The Founding of the Iroquois League by Joseph Bruchek, published by Wisdom Tales Press, World Wisdom. And the winner of the biography category is A Peacemaker for Warring Nations, The Founding of the Iroquois League by Joseph Bruchek, published by Wisdom Tales Press, World Wisdom. Congratulations! In the category of business, the finalists are Captivate Your Audience, Create Content That Connects Every Time You Present by Sarah Krischer, published by Kirk House Publishers. Ready, Mindset, Grow, Nuggets Mined from Leadership Journeys by James D. Johnson, published by Calumet Editions. And The 7 Mistakes New Managers Make, How to Avoid Them and Thrive by Janet Pollock, PhD, published by Kirk House Publishers. And the winner of the business category is Ready, Mindset, Grow, Nuggets Mined from the Leadership Journeys by James D. Johnson, published by Calumet Editions. Congratulations! Let's hear from our gold winner, James Johnson.
Good evening, and thanks for attending this awards program. Lots of people to thank. My publisher, Calumet Editions, Midwest Independent Publishers Association, my editor, Sarah Malco, my artist, Paul Malco, Bill Egan at Trungle Egan, who has helped promote my craft for a long time, and especially my clients, from whom I have learned a tremendous amount, and my wife, without whom I would be nothing. Thanks so much.
Now let's hear from one of our silver winners, Janet.
Hi, this is Janet Pollock. Thank you so much for this honor. I'm just thrilled. I'd like to thank my husband, who was my editor-in-chief on the first round, and my co-conspirator on the book, Rick Rittmaster, who I would never have gotten this book off the ground. Thank you so much for your kindness and help. I wrote this book for all the brand new managers out there, those individuals who are flung into leadership roles and never had any training, never had any development, and are just figuring it out. So if you're one of them, buy the book. If you know one of them, buy the book and give it to them. Thanks so much.
Next, in the category of children's and young adult nonfiction, the finalists are The Fisherman, the Horse, and the Sea by Barbara Juicy and illustrator Renee Grafe, published by the Wisconsin Historical Society Press. Grandma Lisa's Humming, Buzzing, Chirping Garden by Lisa Dosef, published by Pollination Press. And That They Lived by Rochelle Riley and Christy Smith Jones, published by Wayne State University Press. And the gold winner of the children's and young adult nonfiction category is That They Lived by Rochelle Riley and Christy Smith Jones, published by Wayne State University Press. Congratulations! Both of our silver winners submitted remarks, so let's hear from Barbara first.
Thank you to the Wisconsin Historical Society Press and the Midwest Independent Publishers Association. I guess if you're hearing this, we won. I wrote The Fisherman, the Horse, and the Sea because I want to take the dusty and musty out of history and fill it with compelling adventure. It's said that we study history to learn from our mistakes, but history can also inspire us with our success. I want young readers to feel the excitement and pride of our shared story. Thank you.
Thank you, Barbara. Now let's hear from Lisa.
Thank you very much. I hope Grandma Lisa's Humming, Buzzing, Chirping Garden will inspire people everywhere to enjoy creating a natural habitat garden wherever they might live. I'd like to thank my wonderful publisher, Heather Holm of Pollination Press, my illustrator, Duncan Robertson, whose brilliant artwork really brought the book to life, and my husband Dave, who along with our grandchildren makes gardening for wildlife so much fun. Thank you.
In the Cookbooks, Crafts, and Hobbies category, the finalists are Amalia's Mesoamerican Table, Ancient Culinary Traditions with Gourmet Infusions by Amalia Moreno Damgard, published by Wise Ink Creative Publishing. At Home in Lanesboro, Shared Recipes and Memories by Barb Jeffers, published by Lost Lake Folk Art, a Shipwrecked Books imprint. And Fuel Your Body, How to Cook and Eat for Peak Performance by Angie Ash, published by Agate Publishing. And the winner of the Cookbooks, Crafts, and Hobbies category is Fuel Your Body, How to Cook and Eat for Peak Performance by Angie Ash, published by Agate Publishing. Congratulations! We have remarks from all three authors, so let's begin with our gold winner, Angie.
This is such an honor. Thank you so much. I especially just want to thank my editor, Jessica Eastoe, my publisher, Agate Publishing, as well as designer Morgan Crabiel and Katie Haas of KGC Photography for making this cookbook above and beyond anything I could have expected. I am so grateful for every single one of you for the support of this book, who've purchased a copy. I have hoped you've loved it just as much as I loved creating it.
Thank you, Angie. Now let's hear from Amalia.
Wow, what an honor. I wrote this book because I wanted to bring Central American cuisine and culture to the forefront in a delicious way. I want to share this honor with my publisher, Wise Ink. And I want to say, muchas gracias, MIPA.
And now we'll hear from Barb about At Home in Lanesboro.
Thank you to everyone that supported me through this process, especially my husband, Brian, my 4 kids, my 2 dearest friends, Nadine Bratz and Barb Schramm. Thank you also to Midwest Independent Publishers Association for this recognition. And thank you to my publisher, Tom Driscoll. Without Tom's expertise and his patience with me, I would not have the book that I have. Thank you again. I will remember this forever.
In the Education and Learning category, our finalists are Equity and Inclusion in Higher Education by Rita Kumar and Brenda Rafai, published by the University of Cincinnati Press. Rethink Creativity, How to Innovate, Inspire, and Thrive at Work by Monica King and published by Publish Your Purpose Press. And We Will Always Be Here, a guide to exploring and understanding the history of LGBTQ activism in Wisconsin by Jennifer Calvitis and Kristen Whitson, published by the Wisconsin Historical Society Press. And the winner of the Education and Learning category is Rethink Creativity, How to Innovate, Inspire, and Thrive at Work by Monica King and published by Publish Your Purpose Press. Congratulations, Monica.
Wow, thank you so much for this award for Rethink Creativity, How to Innovate, Inspire, and Thrive at Work. My name is Monica King, and I wrote this book to remind everyone that creativity is for all and that you can be more creative. Even so, I used to be stuck and depressed in my dream job in nuclear weapons security until I realized that I need to rethink how I thought about creativity. And hint, it's not just about the arts. And so thank you so much. So many people were directly and indirectly involved in this book and for this award. Thank you.
We also have remarks from both authors of one of our silver winners, Rita and Brenda.
Thank you for the nomination. We are both delighted and honored with it. We believe that diversity, equity, and inclusion is important work that needs consistency, commitment, and above all, intentionality to make an impact both in and out of the classroom.
We want to thank our students who taught us about the need to pay attention to diversity, equity, and inclusion, to our contributors who shared from diverse perspectives, and to our press, UC Press, for supporting and believing in us. Thank you.
In the category of family and parenting, there was only one title which met the judges' criteria. So the gold award goes to Open When, Letters of Encouragement for Military Spouses by Lisanne Lightfoot, published by Alvareza Publishing. Congratulations, Lisanne and Alvareza Publishing. Let's hear from our gold winner, Lisanne.
It's an honor to receive this award for my book, Open When, Letters of Encouragement for Military Spouses. I wrote this book to support our military community with an encouraging message for spouses to open when they need an encouraging word or piece of advice. The tradition of open when letters is strong in the military community and has always supported our deployed service members with letters to open when they miss family the most. I'm proud to continue that tradition today and support military spouses.
In the health category, we had 2 finalists that met the judges' criteria. Type 1 Determination by Lauren Plunkett, published by Wise Inc. Creative Publishing. And The Wisdom of Your Body, Finding Healing, Wholeness, and Connection Through Embodied Living by Hillary McBride, PhD, published by Brazos Press. And the winner of the health category is The Wisdom of Your Body, Finding Healing, Wholeness, and Connection Through Embodied Living by Hillary McBride, PhD, published by Brazos Press. Congratulations! In the category of General History, the finalists are Fat Moons and Hunger Moons by Tamarack Song and Moses Beaver, published by Snow Wolf Publishing. Owl's Head, A Hidden Gem by Sandra Ashmore and Christine Guzzo-Vickery, published by Sandra Ashmore Inc. And Surveying in Early America, The Point of Beginning, An Illustrated History by Dan Patterson and Clinton Terry, published by the University of Cincinnati Press. And the gold winner of the General History category is Surveying in Early America, The Point of Beginning, An Illustrated History by Dan Patterson and Clinton Terry, published by the University of Cincinnati Press. Congratulations! Let's hear from one of the authors, Dan Patterson.
Wow, what an honor. Clinton Terry and I would like to thank you. We'd also like to thank Liz Scarpelli, director of the University of Cincinnati Press, for believing in this idea and the entire staff for making this become a reality. Their attention to the details made the book a work of excellence. We are more than pleased with our book, and now this wonderful award. Thank you, MIPA.
We also have remarks from one of our silver winners, Sandra.
On behalf of Christine Vickery and myself, we would like to thank the Midwest Independent Publishers Association for this incredible honor. We would also like to recognize our illustrator Sharon Larson for her incredible work, our editor Kate Bruns, and our book designer Paul Reinhardt, and everybody who shared their amazing stories of the Owl's Head neighborhood. Finally, we'd like to congratulate our fellow finalists. We are so proud to be part of such an esteemed group. Thank you.
MIPA member Kirk House Publishers would like to congratulate its authors that were named finalists in this year's Midwest Book Awards. With over 300 books in publication and new titles released every month, Kirk House Publishers has the experience to help you champion your cause. Do you have a story that you want to share with others? Kirk House Publishers accepts submissions in a variety of genres, including fiction, self-help, inspirational, biographies, and more. Find out more at kirkhousepublishers.com. In the category of regional history, our finalists are A Peacemaker for Warring Nations, The Founding of the Iroquois League by Joseph Bruchek, published by Wisdom Tales Press, World Wisdom. Tennessee Post Office Murals by David Gates Jr., published by Post Office Fans. And The Wisconsin Supper Club Story, An Illustrated History with Relish by Ron Faiola and published by Agate. And the gold winner of the regional history category is The Wisconsin Supper Club Story, An Illustrated History with Relish by Ron Faiola and published by Agate. Let's hear from our gold winner first, Ron.
I'd like to thank Doug Siebold at Agate Publishing for having the foresight to put out my first book. It literally changed my life for the better. I'd also like to thank all the Supper Club fans for buying my books and for keeping the supper clubs open here in Wisconsin. Cheers, everybody.
Thank you, Ron. We also have remarks from one of our silver winners, David Gates.
Thank you, Midwest Independent Publishers Association judges. It is truly an honor to be up here today. I'd like to thank the original author of Tennessee Post Office Murals, Mr. Howard Hull, who inspired the creation of this book. I'd also like to thank my designer, my editor, and all of the post office fans nationwide who cherish this artwork installed in post offices. I wrote Tennessee Post Office Murals to showcase and highlight the history of this important moment in American history. So thank you for this honor. I truly appreciate it.
In the humor category, we had 2 finalists that met the judges' criteria. They are Cabin Fever, Life Goes On in the North Woods by Mike Line, published by the Jack Pine Writers Block, and Speaking in Riddles by Sharon Schmelars, published by Noden Press. And the gold winner of the humor category is Cabin Fever, Life Goes On in the North Woods by Mike Line, published by the Jack Pine Writers Block. Congratulations, Mike. In the inspiration category, the finalists are The Home Stretch by David Nimmer, published by Noden Press. The 7 Gifts by David Whitaker, published by Henschel House Publishing. We Are Called to Do the Right Thing, a practical guide for leaders based on personal reflections and experiences from a longtime higher education leader by Prakash Matthew, published by North Dakota State University Press. And the gold winner of the inspiration category is We Are Called to Do the Right Thing, a practical guide for leaders based on personal reflections and experiences from a longtime higher education leader by Prakash Matthew, published by North Dakota State University Press. Let's hear from our winner, Prakash.
I'm deeply humbled and honored to receive this award for my book, We Are Called to Do the Right Thing. First, I want to thank and praise God for all His blessings He has bestowed on me. Secondly, I'm grateful to my wife, Jane, and my entire family for their love and support. Finally, I would like to thank my publisher, the NDSU Press, under the leadership of Dr. Suzanne Kelly, for providing me an opportunity to connect my message to the people across the nation and the world for doing the right thing. Folks, we have a responsibility, and we are all called to do the right thing for the right reason. Thank you, and God bless.
In the nature category, our finalists are Fat Moons and Hunger Moons by Tamarack Song and Moses Beaver, published by Snow Wolf Publishing. Up North in Michigan, A Portrait of Place in 4 Seasons by Jerry Dennis, published by the University of Michigan Press. And Wasps, Their Biology, Diversity, and Role as Beneficial Insects and Pollinators of Native Plants by Heather Holm, published by Pollination Press. And the gold winner of the nature category is Wasps, Their Biology, Diversity, and Role as Beneficial Insects and Pollinators of Native Plants by Heather Holm, published by Pollination Press. Congratulations, Heather. In the recreation, sports, and travel category, the finalists are Bicycling Through Paradise, Historical Tours Around Cincinnati by Kathleen Smythe and Chris Hanlon, published by the University of Cincinnati Press. A Field Guide to Custer's Camps, On the March to Little Bighorn by Don Weinell, published by North Dakota State University Press. And The Gift of Green Time, 50 Ways for Families to Disconnect and Reconnect Outdoors, written and published by Beverly L. Gillen. And the winner of the Recreation, Sports, and Travel category is The Gift of Green Time, 50 Ways for Families to Disconnect and Reconnect Outdoors, written and published by Beverly Gillen. Congratulations, Beverly. We have remarks from both our silver winners, so let's hear from Chris Hanlon first.
This is Chris Hanlon, co-author of Bicycling Through Paradise. Kathleen Smythe and I want to thank the Midwest Independent Publishers Association, and we want to thank the University of Cincinnati Press, especially Elizabeth Scarpelli. And we just hope that everyone will get outside and experience the joy of cycling. Thank you.
Next, we'll hear from Don Weinell.
Good evening. I'd like to thank the Midwest Independent Publishers Association for this award tonight. As any author quickly learns, writing the manuscript is the easy part. It takes a good publishing team to bring the final product to an audience. So I'd also like to thank Suzanne Kelly and her team at North Dakota State University Press for making a field guide to Custer's Camps a reality. Thank you.
In the Religion and Philosophy category, our finalists are The Eye of the Heart, a new translation with selected letters by Friedhof Schwann, published by World Wisdom. The Making of Biblical Womanhood, How the Subjugation of Women Became Gospel Truth by Beth Allison Barr, published by Brazos Press. And Shalom by Terry Morehouse, published by Kirk House Publishers. And the gold winner of the Religion and Philosophy category is The Eye of the Heart, a new translation with selected letters by Friedhof Schwann, published by World Wisdom. Congratulations! The finalists in the Social Science, Political Science, and Culture category are The Inclusive Leader, Taking Intentional Action for Justice and Equity, published by Dr. Artika R. Tyner. Surviving the Americas, Grief and Persistence from Nicaragua to New York City, by Serena Cosgrove, Jose Idiaquez, Leonard Joseph Bent, and Andrew Gorvetzian, published by the University of Cincinnati Press. And We Do This Till We Free Us, Abolitionist Organizing and Transforming Justice, by Mariame Kaba, published by Haymarket Books. And the gold winner of the Social Science, Political Science, and Culture category is We Do This Till We Free Us, Abolitionist Organizing and Transforming Justice, by Mariame Kaba, and published by Haymarket Books. Congratulations! We have remarks from one of our silver winners. Serena?
Wow, what an honor. It means so much to myself and my co-authors to receive this award, and a big shout out to the amazing University of Cincinnati Press for all their support.
Thanks and congratulations again. And now I'll hand things back to MIPA's president, Nate Runquist, to start the design categories.
Thank you, Jennifer. In the category of cover design, the finalists are Bellies to the Sky by Colleen Canning, published by Beavers Pond Press, designed by Ali Daigle. Dear Heroine, a Memoir of Goodbyes by Linda Morrison, published by Wise Inc. Creative Publishing, designed by Emily Mann. And Todd Reed, 50 Years of Seeing Michigan Through a Lens, published by Todd and Brad Reed Photography, designed by Todd and Brad Reed, Rachel Gaudette, and Hannah Rulick. The winner of the design category is Bellies to the Sky by Colleen Canning, published by Beavers Pond Press, designed by Ali Daigle. Congratulations, Colleen.
Wow. Thank you for awarding Bellies to the Sky this MIPA award. I would like to thank Ali Daigle, my illustrator, for being able to bring my vision to life. And I'd like to thank everybody at Beavers Pond Press for their support and guidance on my book publishing journey. I hope every child and adult that reads Bellies to the Sky learns how to use their breath in order to find a deeper sense of stillness. Thank you again.
Thank you. Congratulations again. In the design category of illustration, we have 4 finalists. Bellies to the Sky by Colleen Canning, published by Beaver's Pond Press, illustrated by Ali Daigle. Charles's Bridge by Sandra Novacek, published by 1021 Press and illustrated by Nicole Lapointe. Fat Moons and Hunger Moons by Tamarack Song and Moses Amick Beaver, published by Snow Wolf Publishing, with illustrations by Sherry Robbins. The Legend of Jet the Gerbil by Michael Keller, published by Wise Inc. Creative Publishing, illustrated by Patricia Danera. And the winner in the illustration category is The Legend of Jet the Gerbil by Michael Keller, published by Wise Inc. Creative Publishing, illustrated by Patricia Danera. Congratulations, Michael. Our next category is interior design. The finalists are A Peacemaker for Warring Nations, The Founding of the Iroquois League by Joseph Bruchik, published by Wisdom Tale Press, World Wisdom. Spirit of the Cheetah, A Somali Tale by Karen Lynn Williams and Kadra Mohammed, published by Wisdom Tales Press, World Wisdom, and designed by Julia Cairns. Todd Reed, 50 Years Seeing Michigan Through a Lens, published by Todd and Brad Reed Photography and designed by Todd and Brad Reed, Rachel Gaudette, and Hannah Rulig. And the winner of the interior design category is Todd Reed, 50 Years Seeing Michigan Through a Lens, published by Todd and Brad Reed Photography and designed by Todd and Brad Reed, Rachel Gaudette, and Hannah Rulig. Congratulations, Todd. In the category of total book design, the finalists are The Birdman of Koshkanon, The Life of Naturalist Thor Kumline by Martha Berglund, published by the Wisconsin Historical Society Press, with design by Steve Beal and integrated composition. Manna Cafe and Bakery Cookbook, a memoir of 2 businesses, a community, and the food that connected them, by Bard Pratzel, published by Little Creek Press, with design by Kristen Mitchell. And Todd Reed, 50 Years Seeing Michigan Through a Lens, published by Todd and Brad Reed Photography, with design by Todd and Brad Reed, Rachel Gaudette, and Hannah Rulig. And the winner of the total book design category is The Birdman of Koshkanon, The Life of Naturalist Thor Kumline by Martha Berglund, published by the Wisconsin Historical Society Press, with design by Steve Beal and integrated composition. Congratulations. Let's hear from our gold winner, Martha.
Thank you so much. This award will bring wonderful attention to the life of Turi Kumline, the Birdman of Koshkanon, a charming, scholarly, fine-grained man, a bold young Swedish immigrant, a poetic and driven naturalist, a narrow-shouldered suitor, a settler who had never swung an axe, and an important museum curator. Thank you especially to the Wisconsin Historical Society Press and to my husband, Jim.
Our next category is graphic novels. Our 3 finalists are In My Heart, The Adoption Story Project by Alan Burks and Leah Cooper, illustrations by Becca Hart Wonderlust Productions. Moon of the Snowblind by Gary Kelly, published by Ice Cube Press. And Murder Book by Hilary Campbell, published by Andrews McMeel Universal. And the winner of the graphic novel category is Murder Book, by Hilary Campbell, published by Andrews McNeill Universal. Congratulations! Moving on to our poetry categories. Our first category, Poetry Anthologies, has 2 finalists. Crossings, Anthology of the Poets Laureate of Winona, Minnesota, James Armstrong, Ken McCullough, Emilio DeGrazia, and Nicole Ramsey. Edited by Ken McCullough and published by Lost Lake Folk Art, a Shipwrecked Books imprint. And Essential Voices, Poetry of Iran and its Diaspora, edited by Christopher Nelson and published by Green Linden Press. And the winner of the Poetry Anthologies category is Essential Voices, Poetry of Iran and its Diaspora, edited by Christopher Nelson and published by Green Linden Press. Congratulations! Let's hear first from our gold winner, Christopher.
My name is Christopher Nelson, the editor of the anthology Essential Voices, the Poetry of Iran and its Diaspora. I want to thank everyone at the Midwest Book Awards for believing in this work, and thank the 130 poets and translators who are included in the anthology. A special thanks also to Kaveh Basiri for his assistance and for writing the astute introduction.
We also have remarks from our silver winner, Ken.
Good evening. Thank you to all the Midwest Book Award judges for this honor. And as editor, I share this honor with our meticulous and thoughtful publisher, Tom Driscoll at Shipwrecked Books, and the other 3 poets whose powerful words are represented in the book, as well as the many photographers who captured important moments in Winona's history. And we hope that other cities and towns will use our anthology as a resource toward creating anthologies that document their own unique stories. Thank you.
In our debut poetry category, the finalists are Dead Dad Jokes by Ollie Schminke, published by Button Poetry. The Last Unkillable Thing by Emily Pittenos, published by the University of Iowa Press. And Spit by Daniel Lassell, published by Wheelbarrow Books, an imprint of Michigan State University Press. And the winner of our debut poetry category is Spit by Daniel Lassell, published by Wheelbarrow Books, an imprint of Michigan State University Press. Congratulations. Let's hear from our gold winner, Daniel.
I'm so excited that my book has received this honor. I want to thank the judge of the Wheelbarrow Books Poetry Prize, Gabrielle Gavacaresi, for selecting my book for publication, and to the RCAH Center for Poetry and Michigan State University Press for guiding it into the world. And lastly, I'd like to thank my family and my friends for supporting me over all these years as I wrote poetry. Thank you.
Congratulations, Daniel. We also have remarks from one of our silver winners, Ollie.
Thank you so much. I'm so honored to be part of the Midwest Book Awards. I want to say a big thank you to Button for being the best publisher ever. I want to give a big thank you to Amy for this beautiful cover. I want to say thank you so much to all of my editors and all of my supporters throughout the years. I wrote this book to be the book that I needed to read when my dad died and to start some really honest conversations about death. And so it really means a lot to me that you all like my little book. Thank you so much. I'm so honored.
In the category of general poetry, our finalists are Alien Miss by Carlina Duan, published by the University of Wisconsin Press. A Fine Yellow Dust by Laura Apal, published by Michigan State University Press. And There Are Trans People Here by H. Melt, published by Haymarket Books. And the winner of the general poetry category is A Fine Yellow Dust by Laura Uphall, published by Michigan State University Press. Congratulations. We do have remarks to share from one of our silver winners, Carlina.
Thank you so much. This is such an amazing honor, and I'm so grateful to the Midwest Book Awards for your faith and belief in this book. Thank you so much to my press, the University of Wisconsin Press, and special thanks to Ron Wallace, Sean Bishop, and Dennis Lloyd, all of the great folks at UWP who made this book possible. Thank you to my teachers and to my students for all of your wisdom, and thank you to my family, my sister, my best friend Karen, my amazing parents, and my partner Yusuf for all of your love and care and support in helping me make this book come alive. Thank you so much, everyone. I'm so grateful.
Thanks, Carlina. Congratulations. Our final poetry category is regional poetry. The finalists are Gun Shy by Jim Daniels, published by Wayne State University Press. In Plain Sight by Bonnie Larson Stager, published by North Dakota State University Press. And The Trouble with Daydreams, collected in new poems by Mark Vins and published by North Dakota State University Press. And the winner of the regional poetry category is Gun Shy by Jim Daniels, published by Wayne State University Press. Congratulations, Jim and WSU Press. We do have remarks from both of our silver winners. Let's hear from Bonnie first.
Oh my gosh, thank you. I'm honored and ecstatic to receive this award. And thanks also to my publisher, North Dakota State University Press, and Dr. Suzanne Kelly, Editor-in-Chief, for the opportunity to showcase poetry about life on the high plains of the new American West, as well as a world view observed from and shaped by this place.
Thank you, Bonnie. Now let's hear from Mark.
Hi, my name is Kyle Vanderberg. Unfortunately, Mark Vince can't be with us this evening, so I've been asked to accept this award on his behalf. Mark and I worked earlier this year to set some of his poems in The Trouble with Daydreams to music. We'd like to express our appreciation to the staff at the NDSU Press, specifically Suzanne and Oliver and Sarah, and of course to the Midwest Independent Publishers Association. Thank you for this award and for this recognition.
Thanks, Mark. Now to present the Fiction Awards, I'll hand things over to MIPA's Vice President, Paul Nylander. Paul?
Thank you, Nate. We'll begin the highly anticipated Fiction Awards tonight with the category of children's fiction. The finalists are Bellies to the Sky by Colleen Canning, published by Beavers Pond Press. Mystery Horse at Oak Lane Stable by Carrie Lukasiewicz, published by Three Towers Press, an imprint of Henschel House Publishing. And Tale as Tall as Jacob by Samantha Edwards, published by Andrews McMeel Universal. And the winner in the children's fiction category is Tale as Tall as Jacob by Samantha Edwards, published by Andrews McMeel Universal. Congratulations, Samantha and Andrews McMeel Universal. We have a few remarks from one of our silver winners, Carrie Lukasiewicz.
Hi, I'm author Carrie Lukasiewicz. I wanted to thank everyone for winning the Midwest Book Award for Mystery Horse at Oak Lane Stable. I'm just so honored to have been chosen to even be nominated for it, but to win the award is absolutely an honor for me. I want to thank my publisher, Kira Henschel at Henschel House Publishing, for her hard work and for believing in me, and for Midwest Independent Publishers Association for having this wonderful award. Thank you so much.
Our next category is Children's Picture Books. Our finalists are Breathe, Ollie by Krista Betcher, published by Beavers Pond Press. The Legend of Jet the Gerbil by Michael Keller, published by Wise Ink Creative Publishing. And The Nodders, What? You Don't Want a Nap? By Tina Huggins, published by Beavers Pond Press. And the winner of the Children's Picture Book category is Breathe, Ollie by Krista Betcher, published by Beavers Pond Press. Congratulations! In the fantasy, science fiction, horror, and paranormal category, we had 2 books which met the judges' criteria. Evil Alive by Andrew Hunkins, published by Beavers Pond Press, and Just Bart by E.D.E. Bell, published by At This Arts. And the winner in the fantasy, science fiction, horror, and paranormal category is Just Bart by E.D.E. Bell, published by At This Arts. Congratulations! We have remarks from both winners here, and let's start with our gold winner, E.D.E. Bell.
Hi, this is E.D.E. Bell here in Ferndale, Michigan, and I just want to say I'm so thrilled that you enjoyed my comedic fantasy, Just Bart. Bart and I are very appreciative, and we'd like to say we hope that it made you smile, or if you check it out, we hope that it will. And please, protect trans rights and protect Black trans rights. Thanks, MIPA, and thanks to our Midwest community. It's really an honor. Thank you.
Thank you. And now let's hear from Andrew, author of Evil Alive.
Thank you for the honor. I'm so pleased to thank my entire team at Beavers Pond Press, who helped make Evil Alive a hit, and I'm thrilled to thank my family and friends who supported me along the way, which mostly amounted to putting up with my constant chatter about the story. And finally, thanks to my fans, the Hunkins Junkies, who freely give never-ending encouragement, as well as patience for Book 3. Yes, I'm working on it. Thanks again, everybody.
In the category of literary, contemporary, and historical fiction, the finalists are Deer Season by Aaron Flanagan, published by the University of Nebraska Press. Heroes War by Rebecca Taniguchi, published by Gaiman Publishing. And South of Luck by Jim Gould, published by the University of Wisconsin Press. And the winner in the literary, contemporary, and historical fiction category is South of Luck by Jim Gould, published by the University of Wisconsin Press. Congratulations! We didn't get any remarks from our gold winner, but both of our silver winners did submit remarks. Let's hear from Aaron first.
Hi everyone, this is Aaron Flanagan. I want to say thank you for this huge honor and congratulations to all the finalists. I also want to thank my editor, Courtney Auctioner at the University of Nebraska Press, Tiffany Yates Martin at Fox Print Editorial, and my family. And also just a huge shout out to everybody in the Midwest for being so wonderful and funny and caustic and charming to write about. Thank you.
Thank you, Aaron. Now let's hear from Rebecca.
My novel, Heroes War, is a testament to the vigilance and moral courage needed to keep democracy alive. And for its publication, I have many to thank, including my husband, Jan, and his family, the real-life families of my heroes, including the Cashinos and the Kubotas, my mentor, Professor Jim McElwain, ever the patient and knowledgeable teacher, and a long list of editors, 442nd veterans, and aficionados. Domo arigato to all. Keep democracy alive.
In the mystery and thriller category, the finalists are Death to the Dealers by Christine Husum, published by Wright Press. A Driftless Murder by Jerry McGinley, published by the University of Wisconsin Press. And Through the Waves, A Steady Path by Patrick M. Gary, published by Kenrick Books. And the winner of the mystery and thriller category is A Driftless Murder by Jerry McGinley, published by the University of Wisconsin Press. Congratulations, Jerry. Let's hear what you've got to say.
Thank you very much for honoring A Driftless Murder. I especially want to thank Dennis Lloyd and the entire staff at University of Wisconsin Press for all the work they put into this project. I also want to mention two special authors, Patricia Skalka and Jim Gould. Without their help, this probably would have never happened. So I want to thank you all very, very much. Thank you.
In the category of romance, the finalists are Boots and Bulls, Thrown by Love by C. Kelly, published by Kirk House Publishers. Burning Bridges by Frank F. Weber, published by Moonfinder. And Don't Let the Music Die by Anne-Marie Boyle, published by Dahlia Media. And the winner in the romance category is Don't Let the Music Die by Anne-Marie Boyle, published by Dahlia Media. Congratulations. Let's hear from Anne-Marie.
Thanks so much for this honor. I write romance books to give people a soft place to land at the end of a hard day in this crazy world we live in, and I wrote this one specifically for people who thrive alongside mental health challenges. I want to say a great big thank you to my editor, Jolene Perry, and the fantastic cover design team at Quamber Designs. And to every reader who has embraced the Story Hill series, thank you. You are the reason writers write. So again, a great big thank you to everyone at MIPA and the contest judges.
Thank you. And now let's hear from one of our silver winners, C. Kelly.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. My first thanks are to God, who makes all things possible. Thanks to my family, my husband Mike, and my kids, John and Michaela, and my daughter-in-law Katie, my mom, Joanne, for all of the love and support you have given me throughout this whole process. Thank you to Ann Albitz and the folks at Kirk House Publishing. I couldn't have done this without you. And finally, thanks to MIPA and the judges and the booksellers and the librarians. Without you, no one else would ever know about this book. Thank you.
The next category is Short Fiction Anthology. In this category, we had only one finalist that met the judges' criteria. And so our gold award goes to The Blondes of Wisconsin by Anthony Bukowski, published by the University of Wisconsin Press. Congratulations, Anthony. And now our final fiction category, and last award to give for the night. In the young adult fiction category, our finalists are Burning Bridges by Frank F. Weber, published by Moonfinder. Call Me Athena by Colby Smith, published by Andrews McMeel Universal. And How It Happens by Jean Alicia Elster, published by Wayne State University Press. And the winner of the young adult fiction category is Call Me Athena by Colby Smith, published by Andrews McMeel Universal. Congratulations, Colby. We received remarks from one of our silver winners, Jean Elster. Jean?
Hello, I am Jean Alicia Elster, the author of How It Happens. I am honored that my book was selected by such an esteemed panel of judges, for whom I can only assume that reading is a passion. I am also honored that because of this award, my book can reach more readers and hopefully make more of a difference in this world.
Thank you, Jean. Congratulations to you and all the winners of this year's 2022 Midwest Book Awards. You can find all the silver and gold winners along with links to purchase books at mipa.org. That's MIPA.org. Jennifer, what else do our winners need to know?
Thanks, Paul. I hope to hear more from our silver and gold winners in the upcoming Season 3 of MIPA's virtual reading series featuring winners of the Midwest Book Awards. This literary series airs on MIPA's YouTube channel and on social media. All silver and gold winners will also be featured in MIPA's upcoming new title catalog, which is distributed to independent booksellers around our region. Find out more at MIPA.org. Thanks, everybody. Good night.